I'm just trying to find. I'm just trying to find.
Goodness gracious.
Trying to find the beauty in this chaos.
Alright, the truth is,
Welcome.
I'm still depressed as fuck.
Let me turn that down a little bit. To another episode of For the Record. It's your boy Jake Asai, along with someone I'm a true fan of. Gusto Kalel is in the building. How you doing, man?
Good. Yourself?
I'm trying to get my feelings. Hold on.
And I celebrate birthdays. Well, mine at least. Cause shit ain't been the same without my brother cheats. They say you live and you learn, then you die and you teach. So I swear to God, through him I speak until it's time for these fake ass motherfuckers out here to say Gusto R.I.P.
I haven't heard this.
And you know what the problem is? I blame you for making me upset, yourself upset, and the rest of the world, because we can't just casually go listen to this song.
Oh, no. You gotta be in the mood.
No, not that. Because it's so hard to find it.
Oh, yeah, that's my fault.
Yeah. So that's an issue in itself, but...
What do you think I should put the whole thing on SoundCloud?
Somewhere.
The whole thing?
Somewhere.
Front to back?
Yeah.
Because I have probably maybe 6 songs from that project.
Okay, so I'm gonna yell at you and complain in a minute. Let me actually let's do the introduction first. So, welcome to For the Record. This is Gusto Kalel. I'm Jake Asai. You probably know that if you're on this channel. But this is a guest that I tried to get on last season. And that's because this is someone I listen to on a regular basis. We have a pretty good history together.
Yeah.
That dates back to, I think you said it was 2014.
About 10 years.
Yeah, dang.
But 10 years, yeah.
Jesus.
We getting old, bro.
Oh, that's not good.
Nah, we getting better.
Yeah, there you go. We getting better. That's what it is.
Better.
Yeah, man. And but here's the thing. Me and you definitely didn't meet when we started our own separate music journeys. We met later on in the process.
Yeah.
When did your music journey start? What do you do? Who are you? Tell me what you can tell me before I start trying to tell them for you.
I'm Gusto, and I rap about my feelings.
Lovely.
Pretty much. Oh shit, my bad. I started off in maybe 2008 just doing mixtapes. Mm-hmm. And then I stopped and then came back.
How did you decide you were going to start making music though? How does a guy take that leap?
You know what? So always joking around, like with my cousins, freestyling, bullshitting basically. And then I did a song with Michael House. Alex was roommate at the time.
Yeah.
We did I'm Going Crazy. And that was the first time I ever recorded a full track. Like an actual song. And then I showed my cousin and we both looked at each other like, yo, this is it. This is what we're gonna do. So after that, he just bought a laptop and a shitty ass microphone and we shit out my first mixtape after that.
What software did you record it into? Do you remember?
I don't even remember. Because my cousin was the one that got everything.
Yeah.
That's why I always say he's my Memphis Bleak. No matter where I go in life, he's coming with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he bought the laptop, he bought the software, he bought the microphones, he bought the headphones. He just went full in it.
Jeez.
So I owe him everything.
Yeah.
That song made us start it, but that was the push
to make it really happen.
And this was 2008. So mixtapes, I don't know producers, I don't know shit. I'm just okay, I'm goofing around back in high school to where I could make records now. Let me try to structure it basically. So 2008, 9, 10, 3 projects, and then I stopped for 3 years, and then when I came back, that's when I met basically the whole team.
Yeah.
The whole IE team. Basically everybody just in the trenches.
Who is the IE team to you?
To me, well, the thing is, so I met Cam first, and it was before my brother passed, and we talked about oh yeah, I do music. I wanted to drop a Finish First Then Quit Volume 2, and then he, I think, just dropped Cocomania. So
okay.
Yeah. So when I heard Trini for the first time, I was like,
oh, that's Coca. That's regular Coca.
Regular Coca.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that was before Cocomania.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, oh my God, people really out here putting music.
Yeah.
Because this was just fun for me. Back then. And then I was like, okay. And then I touched bases back with him after my brother passed because I started getting back into music. And then he introduced me to like you, to Noah, to Leo. Who else?
Well, those people are on this show, so listen to their episodes. Noah, Leo, Cam.
It's a very talented group of individuals.
Yeah,
for sure. And for what they do in their lane, it's like, yeah, those are the people. So that's kind of when I got back into it, like doing shows.
Yeah,
and then trying to figure out what I'm really gonna do with it.
Yeah,
you know, and that's when we linked for Finish First Then Quit. No, I'm sorry. Thanks for nothing. Yeah,
right. Thanks for Nothing. Speaking of, let me see what I could play from Thanks for Nothing, because I love Thanks for Nothing.
Which one's?
Oh, yeah.
Is this Thanks for Nothing?
You know I had to throw in it easy.
Yeah, this is.
For old time's sakes. For old time's sakes. See, now if you used to hate it and you used to doubt it, now you say you love it and you act like you about it, claiming that you love all my shit that you hear. I wish you fake clowns would get the fuck out of here. And back when I was chubby and the girlies didn't love me, now they think I'm cute and they want me as they hubby, thinking I'm gonna put diamond rings in their ears. I wish you fake girls would get the fuck out of here. See, I heard them saying Thanks for Nothing's about to be the greatest.
I think this might have been the first song I wrote
famous, but it's not
coming back.
It's
really?
Not.
I think it might
be. It feels so good.
It's not.
It feels good.
They just thoughts from my depression. Thoughts from my depression. Thoughts from my
so
depression.
So for me, you were the first local artist I listened to and thought, he's in my bag. Like, he's doing what I love to do. He's making the music I like to listen to electively. No one else I knew was doing that
at that time.
At that time, yeah. Maybe even still. I'd have to think about it, but what made you confident enough to decide I'm gonna rap about what I'm going through, my feelings, and I'm gonna do it over these more open style beats and almost talk to people when I rap? Because
honestly,
if me and you have conversations,
yeah,
your rap songs aren't far from it.
It's cheaper than a therapist.
That's
like dead ass. It's cheaper than a therapist. Like whenever like I'm in that like feeling where I feel like I need to talk to somebody,
yeah,
I'll just find the beat that's talking to me so I can talk back. Like when you go to a therapist, which I imagine I've never been, but like you have that back and forth.
Yeah,
you know, how are you feeling?
Yeah,
this is that. Blah, blah, blah. So when I find like a beat, I'm like, okay, like this is, I need to express this onto that.
Yeah, because
you know what I mean.
You spill it. You know, there's things I feel like I know about you we've never talked about.
Oh, I ain't been the same since my brother's passed.
I be saying,
you used to hate it and you used to doubt it.
I
now
put
you
it all
say
out
you
there.
love it and you act like you about it, claiming that you love all my shit that you hear. I wish you fake clowns would get the fuck out of here. And back when I was chubby and the girlies didn't love me, now they think I'm cute and they want me
like
as they
being
hubby,
a little chubby kid in high school.
I'm
like
put diamond rings in their ears. The fuck out of here. Yeah. Thanks for Nothing.
And you have this uncanny ability to brand yourself with your music. So I don't know if it's planned or on purpose or if it's natural, but the ability to say thanks for nothing throughout the whole album, the ability to have certain lines like the truth is, these statements that you bring back and you run that back, you bring it back one more time. Certain content you bring back, even if the song's about this over here. Hey, y'all know I'm still on this over here, you know, and doing these different types of branding, that's the stuff that makes somebody a real cohesive artist and make all your works work together as well.
I appreciate that.
Is that a plan? Is that something you've always thought about? When did you start doing that?
I don't know. There's certain like sayings in my life like I abide by, like finish first then quit.
Yeah,
you know, because I thought about stop doing music.
Yeah.
And then my aunt told me a story about when my grandfather told her a story about how she wanted to quit college. And my grandpa just told her, like, yo, why don't you just finish first, then quit? And I was like, that's a bar.
That's a bar. That's a bar.
And, like, my grandpa's like an old Mexican dude, just, like, real quiet and shit. So, like, when he speaks, like, you listen to him.
Yeah, that reminds me of a bar I heard from someone where they told me, like, don't ever burn a bridge, but enjoy watching them collapse, though.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. Like, I don't gotta light the match, but there's nothing wrong with letting it fall apart.
Yeah, observing it. And you learn from it, too.
Absolutely. So, I went, okay. Certain things like that, I'll even if I have to write a note, I'm putting this on a record.
Yeah.
This is gonna make some music.
It's gonna happen. Yeah, it's just like little cliff notes in my life, basically. Like with like Thanks for Nothing, it was just like an argument that I was having at the time with old girl. And I was like, thanks for nothing.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I like that.
Yeah.
Like, the fuck? Thanks for nothing.
Yeah.
And then basically I just circled the whole project on, like, not the gratitude, but like, just not feeling appreciated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, too, like, I love artists that make concept projects.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It makes it feel whole. Yeah.
It makes it feel whole. You know, like 808s, The Love Below. Dude, I love The Love Below. I run that back every so often. It's a classic, I feel. But like Thanks for Nothing, it was just, that's the whole premise of that. And just certain lines, like how you said, the truth is. I think I say that in every fucking album. I find a way to put it, the truth is. And then I'll just go off that.
Yeah.
You know? And I feel like it's just like a signature trait.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's branding, you know? I don't have very many of those in my catalog at all.
Yeah.
And I'm conscious of it. Like, I want those. I just don't really have them, you know? And I'm like, okay, I gotta work on that. So, and then like for one project, I'm like, okay, I'm doing this. And I just forget, and it doesn't come back until too late. But that takes me to what drives you to, I mean, I think we were just talking earlier and you were telling me you've got pretty much a release for every single year since when? Have you put something out
14,
since 2014 every year?
Ever since I came back in 14, it's been every year. And that's why with the last project was like real like last minute because I was kind of hoping me and the band were going to drop something in 2020.
Yeah.
But that just really didn't fall into place. And so I was like, all right, I got to drop something.
Yeah.
You know, and then I have like the next 3 years lined up. I got the one with me and Bliss coming out this year. I want to do a summer pack. I want to do an autumn pack. And I really want to do a fucking Christmas album. Like I really want to do a Christmas album.
I really want to do a Christmas album. And no one in OE agreed.
Really?
Yeah. And
how would you structure your Christmas album though?
Look, so here's my concept. I'm going to do it just like any other album. I'm going to try to just make great records, but the undertones will be related around the holidays. You know, so I'll go into the studio. I'm not going to be like, all right, let's do a Jingle Bells flip. Yeah. I'm not going to do that. But do you remember Kanye made a song called Christmas in Harlem?
Yeah.
Like, I'd do something like that.
That.
Or even if it's just like a Drake toned record, but revolving around what happened to me during a holiday.
Gotcha.
You know, stuff like that. But every record is Christmas themed, you know. Yeah. And I was like, if I did this with OE, we'd have an album that became relevant 1 month a year, every year the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
And no one was down.
No.
Except for the producers. The producers were down.
Yeah, the producers are always down.
But the artists were not down. So
that's fair.
And if you want to,
see, and that's
give me
the
a
thing.
ring.
I'm definitely gonna call you now.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, I want to do it like a old school special, like those TV shows back in the days where it's like a Christmas special and people just come in, this and that. So I don't want it to be like predominantly Gusto. Yeah. Like it's like Gusto presents whatever I'm gonna call it, and then just have like different artists jump on with me. Like have a girl singer do what's it called? Baby It's Cold Outside. And then have the band do like Feliz Navidad, like, you know, just like have like different artists to work with to make it like a collective album. Yeah. And not really like a Gusto Christmas album. You know, but I think that'd be fun. I think that'd be like just something different. That'd be so dope. You know, like I think it'd be fun.
Every year,
throw it in the mix.
Throw it in. At least a couple joints off of it.
Clean your house. Take your Christmas tree down while you playing in the background. I mean, a lot of the times I feel like a lot of my music kind of is like background barbecue music, or it's like really like you're driving in the middle of the night by yourself, type of shit. So I feel like that Christmas album should be fun. My sound comes from.
Yeah, like what makes you have the style you have? Because you have very much a conversational. I almost want to call it a Drake influenced sound.
Really?
Not to say you rap like Drake, because you don't, but that is the most famous tone. Artist in the world that talks to listeners when he raps.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know, where does that come from for you? Because you started rapping before Drake was anybody. So what created your style?
I don't know, because that's kind of been a journey. Because I remember when Drake came out, was like '09.
Yeah.
Well, Baby You the Best. And I was like, damn, this is that guy. He's the next up. But it just depends where I'm at in my life, to be honest. Like, it just depends where I'm at, what I'm inspired by, what I'm going through. Like, I'm a very, like, a memoir type artist.
Yeah.
Like, where I'm at in my life, who I'm listening to, what I'm listening to, like, that'll kind of bring what I'm going to put out. You know?
I hear that from a lot of artists, and also artists are sensitive to that as well. So here's why I say that. So I know some artists where they don't go into the booth unless there's something to get out.
Yeah.
Which means the music is fairly dark because nobody's trying to get out the good stuff.
Yeah.
Nobody's trying to talk about Disneyland on the mic. Like, I'm at Disneyland. I'm not worried about the studio. And then on the flip side, I don't want to listen to certain things because it will tamper with the way I make what I'm working on.
Yeah.
Are you that guy?
Sometimes. Because, like, sometimes, like, I'll listen to what I like and I'll avoid the new shit. Like, a lot of new artists, like, a lot of newer artists, I kind of avoid that type shit. Nothing personal, I just kind of avoid it. Just because, like, where the times are, you know what I'm saying? That's just, it's always a trend. And, like, people, like with me and you, we've been doing it for a while. Like, we come from the era of, like ringtone artists. We're trying to make that ringtone song to make us pop off.
Yeah.
Now I see a lot of artists are making like TikTok songs. Like they're just making catchy shit for that 15 seconds of like whatever the fuck dance they're gonna do at that time.
Yeah.
You know? So I kind of avoid. That's why you asked me like you on TikTok, and I was like, nah, like not really. Like I'll catch it on Instagram later.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm not really on it because like I just kind of avoid that. Not because I'm trying to be original. I don't know. I kind of just stay in my lane.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of stay in my lane. I like my peace. I like where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'll kind of, and then sometimes where I kind of want to try something new. Like I'll experiment with the band. I mean, like you've heard the band shit, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's like totally different. Like my delivery is different. My performance is different. Like when I'm on stage, I present myself like as a different type of entity. You know, compared to Gusto, where I'm like, you're gonna listen to every fucking word I'm about to tell you right now.
Yeah.
You know, and with the Gusto stuff. But like with the band stuff, I like experimenting with them, you know? So it's like, it's kind of hard to say like, how do I originate with my sounds? You know, I kind of just go where I'm at mostly, you know?
What do you listen to on a day-to-day?
Lately, I've been really liking that new Drake in 21.
Okay.
And I think it just came out like, 4 or 5 months ago?
Yeah, it's fairly new.
I barely put it in my rotation.
As you should.
Yeah.
And that's so much healthier than jumping in the middle of the hype.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's what I do.
You jump in the middle?
Well, I just am anxious, you know, like those are artists that I'm interested to see where they at creatively, where their heads at, you know. Not even like, oh my God, he's here, but more so what is the biggest artist on earth doing sonically right now? You know, that's kind of where my head's at. And I'm like, okay, I gotta find out, you know.
Yeah.
And
I think I was like that with that new Kendrick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I wanted as soon as that one dropped, I was in.
You're just
like,
curious,
yeah,
you know?
I was like, I need to hear what he's been gone too long.
Yeah.
And then I seen stuff on Instagram for his shows, and I was like, I'm going.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to that show.
Did you go?
Oh hell yeah.
Man, I didn't go to that one.
You didn't go? Bro, the performance, I left. I was like, I need to perform again. Like I'm itching to perform again. The whole performance was just amazing.
I was thinking about putting on a show that was not anything special, but just all the people that I just love to watch live locally.
Yeah.
Just putting that show together and just giving everyone the stage, you know,
Yeah.
yo, how many songs you want to do? 20, 30 minutes? Cool, let's do it. You know, something like that. And just giving all of us that platform to get back out there again.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute for a lot of my favorite artists. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
So I'd be really looking forward to that. Man, let me play something new. Let me play something else. What would you say this sample or sonic is a reference to, or what does it sound like? Is this Asian to you?
I don't know.
I freaking love this sound.
I wrote this a long time ago.
See, I got a cousin doing life and another who's about to work for Pixar. And it's weird because I remember being kids in my front
It's
yard.
kind of hard to say
playing
what
tag like if we
sonically
was
it sounds
all best friends. Yet it's sad to think that we'll probably
All I know
never
is I had to
split
say what I
again.
had to say.
Cause you either grow
Like, it's
together
like
or
we're
you
just-
grow
like we're
apart.
growing
And as
up
you
and
get
we're
older,
growing
that's the
apart,
reason for your broken hearts. Butterfly effect feelings, wish I could view my childhood. Stick up for myself in the ways I wish my mother would. Cause what's the point of life if you can't be yourself, huh? That's why I come first, like my cell phone. Be no quote but I sorta switched it up. Cause what's the point of breathing if you're always getting beaten up by the one who supposedly raised you as a son, but on his come down he's more dangerous than unloaded gun. Heard what doesn't kill you only makes you stronger.
Before I stopped,
really,
I think I wrote this maybe in 2011.
Worthless if I didn't buy the gems he suggests for me to purchase. But Jesus never charged for his gifts. So
if I wanted to hear this right now on the internet, is there anywhere to get it?
This one's on SoundCloud.
It is on SoundCloud? Yeah. Okay. I need
this one's on SoundCloud, and there's a couple other ones on SoundCloud.
I need you to put these somewhere collectively correctly.
In order?
In order for the people watching this to go, okay, I actually like this guy. Where can I hear some of his finest work?
Yeah.
Because if people start messaging me for your music, I'm gonna be upset.
Yeah, because
I make music too.
There's only like what 4 projects on Apple Music, Spotify, the streaming platforms. But like the older stuff, the stuff that we first started off with, that's all physical copy shit. Yeah, and that was because I was doing a lot of shows, so I was passing them out then and there. But see, that's a whole nother journey. Just going from like bullshitting with your cousins to like actually recording music to like putting it out to then putting it on streaming platforms.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So that's my next question for you, because so our journey starts after your first hiatus.
Yeah,
so you take a hiatus before I've met you, then you come back and you're like, I need someone to help me produce or executive produce, engineer, mix it, put it all together for me. So you pull up via Cam Archer, shout out to him, and we lay all your records you have, and then we start piecing them together. And cool, now you're an artist who knows how to write a full record, you know how to perform a record, and we're getting them mixed clean. And we gotta decide from there, what's the next step for a guy who just came off hiatus, and the last time he was putting out music, it was strictly hard copy CDs.
Yeah.
And this is early in the streaming era. So I didn't even have the wherewithal to tell you like, hey, this is how you need to get this stuff on digital platforms, because I hadn't done it.
Yeah, you at that time period, I think the most I had was on MySpace.
Yeah.
That was like when I was doing shows back in like 08, 09, like in LA. I forgot what the production was. A lot of pay to play shows.
Sean Healy.
Yeah, that's the one. I think everybody went through that. So a lot of my shit was on MySpace. That was my only platform. So when I stopped and then I came back, I think SoundCloud was new to me. But then the physical copies were new to me. Like I actually was getting it pressed, done by somebody in LA with the art cover and everything. Because before I would just burn it and just write on it and just hand them out that way.
Yeah.
But like going from there to like the streaming platform is totally different.
Yeah.
It makes it easier for the listeners.
It's easier for the listeners, but it's a double-edged sword. So it gives you the opportunity to, no matter where you're at, who you're with, you can go pull out your cell phone. Let me show you something real quick. Yeah. Boom. They have your album. You didn't even charge them $1, and they don't have to listen right then and there.
Yeah.
It'll be there.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, it's okay. People are less invested in giving you a chance when they don't have the physical copy.
Yeah.
Right? You know, like if I bought someone's CD, I listened.
Yeah. Because you paid for it right then and there.
Or even if I didn't pay for it, if I accepted it and put it in my car, one day I'm gonna run that. Yeah. One day.
And I feel like, especially at shows, like you're performing them, people fuck with you. They take the time to buy your shit.
Yeah.
They're gonna take the time to listen to the rest of your shit.
Absolutely.
You know? So that's another thing. But also too, like I feel like I fucked up because I did a lot of mixtape shit. So I didn't have the clearance to put them on.
Yeah, you didn't own platforms. The instrumentals or production.
Yeah, I didn't have the clearance for it. So I was like, and that's when I met Leo, and I was like, okay, because me and Crisis did a whole album with Leo, and I was like, okay, this is the first time I made something from start to finish, brand new, never did that before, which was a good learning experience.
Yeah,
especially with Crisis, I was like, oh, because he's done it before. And I was like, okay. I kind of just like took a back seat and just like kind of see how it went about.
What's your writing speed like? How quickly can you make a record?
Oh, I don't know.
What's the fastest you've ever made a full record you liked? Did it take more than a day?
No. We did one of the tracks off of me and Bliss's new album. We did it then and there, and like the sessions were bleeding over. So like I literally just finished my verse, and then somebody else was coming in, and we're just like, I was finishing recording it, and they were like, okay, we'll see what you guys are doing. So that was a day, and sometimes it could take longer. You know, because like I said, I'm very like, it's like a memoir. Like this is how, this is what I need to let out. And I'm not going to let it out until it's perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why I'm not really like a big freestyle kind of artist. Like, like I like the jam, the jam session, just mumble shit, this and that. But like when it comes to freestyle, like I gotta mean what I say.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like that's more of like a competitive side of hip hop. It's more of like, you know, this is a talent side where it's like
sparring.
You know, it's sparring.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like more of like, nah, I need to mean what the fuck I'm gonna tell you. You know, because I'm not gonna say it again.
Yeah.
You know. So
yeah, martial arts is very similar to that. I think I don't know how familiar you are with martial arts and stuff, but if you sign up for a discipline, let's say whether it's kung fu, taekwondo, jiu-jitsu, whatever, some of them are the foundation is sparring. Like that's the culture. For example, jiu-jitsu is, they call it rolling, you know, like you roll together, you work on wrestling moves and stuff like that, and the exchange. But like in taekwondo, for example, there's full tournaments of you just doing a form, just a sequence of moves of expression through martial arts by yourself. You perform it, they grade it, you get a trophy. That's it. You know, and I think rap's the same way. There's rapping where you like expression, that's the pure art form of it, is me getting off what I'm feeling inside. And there's also this sparring side, which is over here. It's like rolling. You know, I'm not trying to kill everyone on this song, but we're all rolling together. We're all sparring a little bit on this record. We're not enemies, but we're going at it. And then of course there's all the way on the far side, we fighting. You know, and
it's a tournament.
Like we are going to exchange punches. So
this is real.
And I think that I kind of float in all of those categories personally because of the way I came up doing music. But my favorite is the self-expression form version of going in and like, this is where I'm at, this is how I'm feeling, this is what's on my mind. How can I put this into audio format? And make it permanent. It's a time capsule. That's my favorite type of music.
Make it a classic.
And sparring for me is, I just almost do it out of like the joy of like, man, I love making music. Y'all love making music. Let's have fun.
But it's also like sharpening your blade. That too. You know, it definitely sharpens your blade. It makes you also as a better artist to like, when you want to like make something classic. You know. It's a double-edged sword. You can't. The more narrow you are in it, the less likely you are to be the greatest of all time in general at the art form itself. You can't be the greatest martial artist on earth if all you do is self-expressive forms. There's levels to this shit. There's levels to and genres, and just this. Especially nowadays, everyone's just so experimental. You know,
what's next for you mentally? Obviously, if you were to ask me, I'd say introspective content rapping. You have nailed it. Have you released a project that shows it? Probably not. But you have done it, and I've heard it. I have it on my phone. I've heard the accomplishment done. Is the next goal for you showing the world that and releasing it correctly, or is the next goal for you doing something else?
No, that's the one. That's the next step. Just because we've been sitting on that for a while, we want to make sure it's done properly. You know, I feel like that project's like a spring summer feel.
You're talking about the Bliss one? Is that I feel like you doing it with Bliss means it's not a thanks for nothing beautiful chaos.
Oh no, this is a different side of me. Because the thing is too, like you've heard his raps. He don't even cuss at all. So I'm like, okay, I'm coming in. I'm trying to match your energy. You know, when you teaming up with somebody, you got to make sure the chemistry is there. So I was like, all right, let me just try not to cuss this time around. Let me try things I normally don't. You know, Gusto type vibes. And just see where it goes. And I feel like I'm enjoying it because it's enjoyable, and that's the thing. Like I feel like I'm at where I'm like I'm having fun with music. You know, like that's why I'm like the Christmas project. I just want to try shit. I want to like just experiment on shit and just this and that. So and see where it goes and throw shit to the wall, and what sticks, and what doesn't. Fuck it, just pick it up and try something else. You know. So with the Bliss project, it's like it's very like It's long overdue. But it's fun because like he's my big brother, so it's cool to like get on that platform together and finally like. Yeah. I mean, because you heard Mercy Me.
Yeah.
So after Mercy Me, I was like, yo, we gotta finish. We gotta do something.
Right. Know? So I'll play Mercy Me mostly because this is a big part of your story, our story, and the next part of your story. Yeah. Which is you doing music with Bliss. Oof, man, I love this record so much. It's crazy.
Yeah, shouts out, gosh.
Everyone did their job here.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
I'm gonna make this song louder.
Yeah. My psychic intuition is relentless. It's the infinite potential of divine mental. I'm fine-tuning, see my name on the
glyphs
written ancient runic with magical thoughts, the magic of talk. Hermes Artahuti, the
Talk me through the creation of this song. Do you remember any of it?
Within this present, cause I'm gifted. The subconscious be my garden. I'm blooming like
well, the thing is, so this was like my first studio solo album. So my thing was like how you said, like the trademarks or whatever. I wanted to go back full circle. So everybody that was on my first mixtape back in 08, I wanted to bring back. So this is the first song me and Bliss did in like a while, because he wasn't on Thanks for Nothing.
Mercy me, mercy me, things ain't been the same. Mercy me, mercy me, things ain't been the same. Things ain't been the same. Things ain't been the same.
Mercy me, mercy me, things ain't been the same. Mercy me, mercy me, things
Why does
ain't
it
been
feel
the same.
so good?
Mercy me, things ain't been the same. Things ain't been the same. Things ain't been the
See, on
same.
the road to success, everybody wants to carpool, but notody fucked with me when I was awful. So what I tell these
how did you come up? Where's this beat come from?
Leo made it.
But did you just walk in and go crazy?
No.
What happened? How did you inspire this record?
We wanted like a boom bap type thing, because that's what we kind of grew up on. We grew up on like the boom bap East Coast type of vibe. So like whatever beats we look up online, it was like always like boom bap old school. So we're like, yo, we want some boom bap, this and that, yada yada yada. So we did that one, and it when the stars align, you know, it just hits, you know.
Yeah.
So that I felt like that was that one. It was just effortless. You know, you have those tracks where it's just like it just comes together just naturally.
Absolutely.
You know.
For me, this isn't my favorite Gusto record by any means, but I played this album because I'm a Gusto fan, and this isn't early in the track list if I remember correctly.
No, this is like second to last.
Yeah, and so this, I was starting to, you know, like, okay, I'm in the album, and then this just woke me up like boom.
Yeah.
And I think I called you or texted you or messaged you, tweeted it. I don't remember what I did, but I hit you and I went, when's the Mercy Me remix? Like, we're going to remix this. Yeah, I texted you and I was like, I need a remix. I need to be a part of this instrumental, this concept, this hook. I felt like your pocket was just perfect for it.
Yeah,
I appreciate that. You were like, yeah, big dog, I don't do remixes.
I don't.
But
like, let's
you're
do
like,
something.
I'd love to do a song whenever you want.
Yeah.
Just not a remix.
I hate remixes.
I hit you like, look, this remix gonna happen with or without you.
No, for reals, it was with or without me.
Yeah.
You called me to jump on a show.
Yeah.
For the track after the fact.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give you the full story here because it's so funny because I'm so like passionate. When I get inspired, I'm a bull. Like nothing can stop me, and I'm gonna disclose and reach out to the people I respect and make sure everything's done correctly. But it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. I will hop on Leo's computer and take this damn beat if I have to. So I was like, what do I need to do?
Yeah.
And so I reached out to you first. Then I reached out to Leo. And Leo was like, yeah, it's Gusto's song. You could hit him. Like, we could do it. I have the beat.
Yeah.
And when I hit you, you were like, no, but if you want to do something else, that's cool. I was like, you know what? Let me make the record first. So
yeah.
I went to Leo's and I was like, give me Mercy Me Too.
Yo, it happens that way though.
Yeah, literally.
I think I've done that before where I'm like, yo, like, give me something like this.
Yeah, literally. I was like, I want Mercy Me Part 2. Like, don't change anything. Change the whole instrumental, but like, make sure
that
if you drop Gusto's
there.
Vocals on this new beat, it's still a hit.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted.
You want that essence.
Yeah, and he nailed it, and he made this record called Pray For Me.
Yeah.
And Pray For Me was a record where instead of me going, mercy me, I went, pray for me. Yeah. Y'all should pray for me. It's literally the same hook as yours, but it's a remix.
Yeah.
And it's on my mixtape, which is remixes. But usually I remix major label artists.
Yeah.
But you were so inspiring. I was like, I don't care if he signed or not. I'm remixing his song, you know? So I made Pray For Me, and I laid one verse, the hook, and I had a singer go in the background like you had, singing the same thing I'm saying, but more ambiently. And I was like, all right, I need people on this. And at the time, it was a Pray For Me play on religion. So I was like, I know one religious rapper, and it was Sincere. And I was like, pull up. He came over, he laid his verse, and I was just like, man, like the voice he used and stuff. I was like, this don't remind me of Mercy Me, you know, because I was like, the last thing I want to do is tell Gusto, yo, I heard Mercy Me, you said no, guess what I made? And then he hears
and then
that.
Here's this.
Yeah, so I was like, that's not going to be an option. I can't release it with that tone and vocal on it.
Yeah.
And then Daylight, I connected with. In Daylight, he's a battle rapper.
Okay.
Probably on the Mount Rushmore of the greatest battle rappers ever.
Gotcha.
And I connected with him, and he was willing to do a joint with me. Yeah. And he was like, yo, just send me something. And I know from experience, if you wait too long in those moments for the perfect record to give them, things may not happen at all.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, what do I have that needs a verse? And I was like, shit, Pray For Me has to get a new verse on it.
Yeah.
I sent him Pray For Me, and he sent it back with just a crazy verse on it. He went crazy, like with bars about, his first bars are, I wonder if pray works when you pray later. I'm in the Plato cave working day to day. I'm human data.
I'm about to run that back. I haven't heard that in a minute.
You got to run it back, because his first, I wonder if pray works when you pray later, is just a crazy first bar. But he laid that, then I laid my verse. And I remember, this is the part you're talking about. For the first time ever, I was going to perform it. I was like, bro, please come to the show and make sure you know your Mercy Me verse for a different beat.
Yeah.
And you came, and instead of Daylight performing, you did his verse, but you spit the Mercy Me verse live on stage. Mm. Oh, my God. I wish I had a camera for that. That was, felt so good as an artist to see that. But yeah, we did a Mercy Me, Pray For Me remix on stage, and it was so special. And,
for one night only.
One night only. You'll never get it again.
It's just something about remixes. I'm just like, I don't know.
I get it. I totally get it. But there's also just like a respect thing for me was reaching out to you like, look, man, like I'm going to steal your idea.
Yeah.
And
it's all it's all love though too.
Yeah, and it was literally love. You know, it was one of those things where like, bro, you did something I'm such a big fan of. I want you to know I'm inspired, you know, so I did it for my mixtape.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah. So man, you know, that was that's one of our many stories, but that's not the only time we've connected. We have that record together, and we have two other records together. Yeah. One on Thanks For Nothing, and then one on Kasai Tape 3.
Yeah.
Which is called I'm Not Alone.
Yeah. So we're long overdue.
Oh, we're very overdue.
Very long overdue.
And we played some stuff earlier, so
yeah, we'll figure something out.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
I definitely want to do a lot more singles.
Yeah.
Just more experimental singles, just like so you don't have to like really structure a full album. Just like, here's a Lucy.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, I think that there's a major burden mentally for people like you with doing an album, because everything needs to be cohesive and perfect. Yeah. When you do a single, you could find lightning in a bottle and just throw it out there.
Oh, yeah. You know? That's why I've been doing the packs lately. Mm-hmm. The spring pack, the winter pack. Yeah. I want to do a summer pack. Mm-hmm. Just a little quick little, nothing too like, you know, a full concept, but like similar concept, you know? Mm. Like how you were saying with the Dryden ones. Yeah. You know? Yeah, me and Dryden did 2 joints together, and I was like, man, we're 1 joint short of dropping something with these songs. So that's something me and him got to work out. We talked about wrapping up 1 more extra record and calling it a day. You should. Yeah, I need to get him on the show at some point, maybe next season. You should. I miss that guy. Yeah. His pops is cool as fuck, too. Papa Dryden? Everything about Dryden's aura, family, everything is amazing. Yeah. So that's one of those guys you want to keep around. For sure. It's good. It's good times. Yeah. So what's next for you? If you're going to start dropping, you dropped the spring pack, you dropped the winter pack. And you're dropping the Bliss album this year. So packs are low commitment projects. For sure. Yeah. Then you're doing a duo project, which is half a project in theory.
When does the next full-fledged invested Gusto thing come out? And have you already thought about what it's going to be?
No, I can't tell you. I think it's I don't know, because I don't want to be like, oh, it has to be a pinnacle moment in my life for me to drop like another project. But at the same time, it's like, I think the next official project would be something like I'd want to perform front to back. Just because when I seen that Kendrick show, I was like, oh my God, like front to back, this was performing his heart out. You know, and it goes to records like My Dark Twisted Fantasy. Albums like that, where it's like, yo, this is a performance piece.
Yeah.
So I think like that's probably something I want to strive to for like a solo aspect.
It's an amazing idea and concept, and
yeah, just because the thing is like performing with a live band and then just performance piece. I mean, you have your records that you pick and choose. I'm gonna perform this off of that. I'm gonna perform that off this. Like,
yeah,
you know, you put your little set list together and like it coincides perfectly. But like just having like that front to back where it's like boom, boom, boom. Because I feel like even with like Thanks for Nothing, like from lately to like the lately interlude, basically, like that holds like that's a straight run through. Thoughts of My Depressions, Drunk Texting After 10 p.m., like all those tracks in there were just all performance pieces. Yeah, you know. So I think like that's probably something I'm gonna strive for as an individual. Like try to do like, a performance.
I love
base.
that idea.
You know,
I love that idea.
Just because I miss performing. It's been so long. COVID came and just put a stop on everything.
It was a nasty stop, you know? And I think it helped some people and hurt some people.
Oh yeah,
you know,
it makes you reevaluate a lot of shit.
I think some people went, "Oh damn, this what I'm on? This what I've been doing?" Yeah. And other people were like, "You know, like this is my time." Yeah. So, what did it do for you or against you? How did it affect you?
I feel like just performance wise.
Yeah.
Because I'm still always like thinking of ideas and I'm still always like cooking up shit in my head. But just performance wise, not being able to perform, because I feel like a lot of the shit was like real signed like professional artists that were performing. And then you had to get your shot or your proof or your whatever, this and that. It was no more like you know, brick to your face vibe shit where you just show up nitty gritty type shit. Everything else was just like closed down. You know? So with that, I was just like, I got a lot of me time, which like has made me now, I'm like, I just want to have fun with it again. Like I miss performing, and I feel like that's where I feel like if I'm gonna do something solo again, it'll be I want to have fun. I want to have front to back, just boom, 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 fun shit, you know. But still have a story to tell at the same time. I don't want to just like make shit just to make shit. Yeah, you know.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna play this this next joint, and then we'll see where we go from there. I don't want to play the whole song. I want to play your part, so hang tight. Acquaintances making me
how'd you pick the ones you want on this one?
They don't love me, but homie, bro, I gotta show it. Struggle trying to steer again.
Ah shit, here we go again. Mr. in the fields, back in the fields again. Yup, forever reminiscing on what could've or what should've been, but never appreciates the position that God puts me in. I always say to whom much is given, much is tested.
It's another line.
Yet I never count my blessings or learn my lessons. Shit, yeah, I got a gift, but what's the point of it if I'm always gonna sit back and second guess it? But I still think I ain't good enough to rap with Bliss when he's the one that's waiting on me for this album shit. This dual album's beyond long overdue, but it came from his heart when he said I was the truth.
Oh, you don't feel this?
I had more to that too, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
So here's.
I don't even remember what the fuck
I reached out to everyone and I said, "Give me a 12," and literally almost everyone gave me a 16.
Yeah.
And I went, okay.
See that's the other, you know, side of hip hop where it's like, nah.
Yeah,
you're getting this.
Yeah, and that's what happens when you know you're not on your album and you're on someone else's album. When little things like that happen, because Dryden and me had the same issue. But that was a song where, for me, I wanted people who, when they speak to you on a record, I love their tone. That was my number one requirement. I don't want to. I didn't want any voices that were extra. I wanted people who can get down in that bag, because it was a super slow, down-tempo jazz type of thing that I wrote the original version of this song to a Bad Bad Not Good record. Okay. I don't know if you're familiar with them. They're a jazz band that sometimes collab with hip-hop artists, and they have this instrumental that I was like, oh my God, a Wu-Tang member rapped on it.
And it
sounded crazy.
Yeah.
And they put out just them playing it without him. Snatched it, wrote I'm Not Alone to it. And I shot a whole little mini video to it where I'm sitting in an alley on the ground and I'm rapping it, and a cameraman just walks up to me slowly.
I think I've seen that.
Yeah, and I'm just sitting on the ground, and it gets up to my face, and the video ends.
Yeah.
And then I was like, this needs more.
Yeah.
And I turned it into a posse cut.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was when I was like, first people I'm gonna call are Gusto and Juice. Mm-hmm. You and the guy you two back to back. I called first.
Yeah.
Because I was like, these guys have to be on this song. And then, of course, kind of like you said earlier, Cam's fourth quarter.
Yeah.
I can throw Cam on literally any concept and he'll adapt.
Yeah, real quick.
So I brought him in, and then I had, I guess I'll say this on there. I had Stevie Dub on this song. I don't know if you even know who he is, but he's someone I grew up rapping with, and he hopped on it, and his verse was dope, but it wasn't on topic of the
I'm not alone.
Yeah, I'm not alone.
Yeah.
His was just dope, but it wasn't what I was looking for.
Yeah.
So I cut it. So that's why the song's kind of an odd number. It's a two piece, one person.
Dryden at the end, right?
Yeah, and just Dryden.
Yeah.
So it's a little weird that way, but yeah,
it happens that way though.
Yeah, and I don't like telling people when they do a good job to redo it, because his verse was dope. But
it's not what you're looking for.
It's not what I'm looking for. And this was an extremely cohesive, concept-based album. It's about me falling from a cliff and almost dying.
Yeah.
That's the name of the album. It's Kasai Tape 3, I Might Fall.
Yeah. Is that a true story?
For sure.
You almost fell off a cliff?
I fell.
When the fuck was this?
I fell, I don't remember what year it is now, maybe 2019 or 18. But I fell off of a cliff when I went on a hike in Forest Falls. Okay. Landed on my neck and head from a 20-foot fall.
Bro, what the fuck?
And opened my eyes, woke up, and couldn't even remember where I was for a good few minutes. I looked around, and I was like, this is Forest Falls.
Were you by yourself?
No, I was with a couple people, and there was also one other group there. It was just two people. They were also there, and they saw me fall. Yeah. And all of them were like, we were sure you just died.
Yeah.
Like, the way you fell, we were sure you were dead.
What is that, like 3 stories?
Yes.
Give or take 3-4 stories?
I fell off a cliff, landed on my neck and head after, I think I was lucky that I according to them, I think I hit like a rock or two on the way down or something. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember anything.
Something to stop your fall, for sure. Because if not, you probably would have died.
Yeah. I just woke up, and the way I fell, because I landed on my neck and head, my feet landed next to my head, because I landed on my back with my head and neck, and my feet hit the ground behind me.
Goddamn.
So I had splits in my legs like that needed stitches.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the back of my head needed stitches and staples. And I woke up, and I was like, where am I? And they're like, we already sent someone there. They ran down the mountain to get you help.
Yeah.
They said there's a helicopter on the way.
Shut the fuck up.
And all I could think about was, that's a big bill.
I was like, I don't got insurance. that's one of those things. You're like, no, I'm good. Yeah.
Okay, so
long story short, you didn't die.
Long story short, I didn't die. Normally, I try to make it a seamless transition. No one will notice, but this time around, I'm gonna just put a hard edit. So
you just say what it was.
Yeah, but
Ghost.
You just brought up something that's actually a great closing topic. Is we have been to each other's shows, performed at each other's shows per se.
Yeah. Which honestly, I feel like one of my favorite lines is based off that show.
Yeah.
I was like, I did a song and a half at Kasai show. I heard for a beat and I heard you hella fucking dope. Fuck, how does it go? Did a song and a half at Kasai show. And I heard for a beat and shit you hella dope. Oh fuck! It was off Midnight, off Eucalyptus. This was the last songs off there. Nah, I just threw the Kasai shout out real quick because you booked it in Riverside.
Yeah, that was the Kasai Tape 1 release party, and I did that show. And on the flyer, I put no one's name.
Yeah,
it just says J Kasai release party or whatever.
Yeah, with friends or something.
Yeah, with friends. And I just called my people that I really like and said, I just want you to do 1 or 2 songs. I just want you to come out, get exposure to my base of people who like me.
Yeah.
And I want to play them what I love about you. And if you gain fans, cool. If you don't, you got to perform,
Yeah.
And
I think you gave me more than a song and a half, to be honest.
Probably.
I think you
knowing
had
me,
like
probably.
You gave me like a whole set, and I was like,
I know for a fact I wanted Thoughts on My Depression.
Yeah.
I don't know what else you did.
I did Thoughts on My Depression. I did Cheyenne. I did Drunk Texting. I did like 5 songs because you're like, yo, you got more shit? And I was like, yeah, of course. Do like 20 minutes. And I was like, okay. Okay. So I had to tell the DJ, I was like, yo, we're going to switch it up real quick. Just stop after every song. And then when I say go, just go.
Yeah.
You know, because I like talking in between sets.
Yeah. And honestly, man, your live show is, for me as a fan, it's fire. Like, it's dope.
I appreciate that. I feel like I put a lot more into like my performances than I do like my records.
You think so?
I feel like, yeah. I feel like, because I just feel like I'm a listener first, you know? So when I go to shows, like, I want to be entertained. Yeah. Like, you go to shows to be entertained. You don't just go up there to see somebody rap. Yeah. You know, like, you want to be entertained. You want to walk away with something. It's an experience. So
it is an experiment too, though.
You know, you're experimenting on different tracks. Definitely. Oh, for sure. Like when I was doing a bunch of shows back to back, I'm like, okay, I know where to place this one, and I know where not to place this one. Yeah. Especially, and then that was a good learning experience too. Seeing who's on the bill. Yeah. Seeing who's on the bill, and I'm like, okay, let me cater to that audience. Yeah. Because I feel like I have a bunch of random shit, so I'm like, I'm performing with these guys. So let me cater my set to that sound. Yeah. Or I'm performing with these guys. Let me cater my set to that sound. And I remember, I think Noah and Lisa did like a Valentine's Day one. And I was like, all sad songs. Here we go. Just sad gusto shit. Like, we're just gonna, and then I'm gonna flip it to like, yo, eat shit and die. You know, like, just call your boyfriend, call your ex. We're gonna leave a voicemail real quick. Tell them they could eat shit and die. Then just drop the record. Yeah. So I feel like that's a learning experience too. Like, who you rocking with? You know, you want to make sure you're a part of that ambiance with that crowd. Yeah. You know, you don't want to come off like, oh.
When did you decide you were a good performer? How long did that take for you?
I wouldn't say I'm a good performer, but like I was in theater. I was a geek kid. So like, to me, I'm like, stage presence. Even if you have like a small role, own that fucking role. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, to me, like, stage presence has always been a big factor because of, I grew up, you know, in drama and theater and shit. So it's like, you have to like own it, and you have to demand it. You know what I mean? So like, I carry that forward, you know, especially like too, like with the band, you gotta let them breathe, you know? Yeah. You gotta let them do their thing. You know,
and that's there's a learning curve to that. If you've been doing rap sets solo the whole time and you switch to having a band, you've got to realize there's other people here that need to be acknowledged. Yeah.
Student's guide, you know what I mean? Like, even when we did like that song you're saying we did at the show, like, I just posted up in the side until it was my turn. Like, I would just buy the DJ and let you kind of like did your verse, and then just kind of like creeped in and just did my shit. You know? I didn't really feel like I needed to be, you know, right beside you and you know, vibing off. It wasn't that kind of a record. Yeah. You know, like Pray For Me wasn't really like that, like Watch the Throne type where we're just like you know, it was just like, you do your shit and I'm gonna come in and do my shit, you know. But it's just like, you just, from learning from seeing shows and like adapting, is like going to that Kendrick show, like going to like see, you know, Cudi, and seeing different people that you admire, and like, yo, like, I want to do some shit like that. Yeah. Know? And making it your own, you know, like how you said with Mercy Me. Like, you liked it and you just want to make it your own and just, you know, give it your best of it. Yeah. So performance wise, that's how I feel. Like, I feel like there's always room for improvement. Like, I wouldn't say like I'm the greatest performer, but like, you're not bored, I feel. Right. I feel like you're not bored. You know? And then even with my slow songs too, like, I feel like Crisis said it one time. He's like, whenever I stop and do a slow song, people stop and take a piss or go get a beer. When you do like your sad shit, people fucking just stare at you. Yeah. Like, they just stop and stare at you. And he goes, and I've been on the stage with you, and I've been as you know, a viewer. He goes, and I see it. And I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that reminds me of this this concept. I used to talk to Cam about this, because to the untrained ear or to the untrained rapper, rapping faster is rapping better.
Yeah.
You know, but the best rappers in the world are the people who can slow flow and still hit you.
Yeah.
You know, being able to hit someone by moving slower is what makes an elite rapper an elite rapper.
Yeah.
You know, the what's going on? You know, like that flow is imitatable by anyone if they take their time and figure out what syllables work and do the speed flow
and how to get it.
Yeah, it's not hard to do at all, you know, but to do a slow flow and get the same reaction is what God level writing is.
No, yeah.
You know, so that's another reason why people who go on stage and their starting record or their closing record is a slow joint.
Oh, yeah.
I go, oh.
Yeah.
It's no different, you know, because you can perform with your body. You're yelling and everyone's like, oh, he's going hard.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's saying or what's happening, but he's going hard.
Yeah.
Versus like a Gusto. See, honestly, I'm just a piece of shit.
And I hear that all the time because it's like, yo, like, why did you go with the slow one first? Like, you should go with your catchy shit first. I'm like, no, I'm trying to reel you in.
Yeah.
I'm trying to reel you in. People in the back, like, trying to reel you in. But the same, like I said, like, I come from theater, so, like, you got to demand your presence.
Yeah.
You can't just be like, hey, pay attention to me. Like, look, I'm going to zone in. Mm-hmm. You're going to feel it. And I'm going to reel you in that way. And then we'll have fun. And then we'll get into like the talk and sipping or my thing type shit. You know? We'll get there, and then it's a journey type shit.
Yeah.
I want to give the best performance as like a story type shit. You know. So, but I'm telling you, dude, like the next like solo type shit, like I want it to be like a performance piece.
I'm hyped for that. I'm hyped
even
for
if it's like 9 songs, just like something I could perform 30 minutes, 40 minutes type shit. Because I'm telling you, seeing like, you know, your people that you admire, it's like, damn, that's a dope fucking show.
That's what's about.
You go home like inspired, you know, and it's like, fuck, that's so dope.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been to a show together and seen it, so.
Oh, yeah, that Mac show. Dude.
Yeah, we saw Mac Miller.
I'm glad you became a fan after that.
Yeah, that was all I needed.
Yeah.
It put me over the edge. I was like, okay, I am super sold.
He did things to me where I'm like, bro, I've never seen somebody take their shoes off. Mm-hmm. He took his shoes off. He was just rapping barefooted, smoking a cigarette in between sets. Fucking had a bottle of Jameson, playing the piano. I'm like, who the fuck does he think he is?
Man,
he demanded his presence.
Yeah,
you know, he demanded his presence. There was no gimmick. There was no like, hey, I'm gonna fucking come up and blah 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 blah. Like, no, he was like himself.
Yeah.
I'm like, this motherfucker has his shoes off while he's rapping.
Man.
Good thing he has a carpet out there. Oh, stinky feet ass.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That shit's funny though. But yeah, it's just a lot of shows. Was that the only show we went to?
I think big shows, yes.
Big
think
shows?
for
Yeah.
big shows, yeah.
Yeah,
We've gone to local, smaller stuff for sure.
I've gone to a lot with Cam.
Yeah.
Which I need to hit him up because we've been to a couple Dodger games, but like at one time, like I said, the Childish Gambino show, we saw Mac, we saw Big Sean. I think we saw Nipsey too. You might have been there for the Nipsey one, no?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I've only seen Nipsey once.
I miss going to shows.
Me too. I think I'm going to start again actually this year. So,
dude, you should go. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit you. I'll hit you if I go to a good one.
Hit the ones by Ontario. The Toyota Arena.
Yeah,
it's not big, but every seat's a good seat.
Okay.
Like I saw Kendrick. I saw Limp Bizkit there. So anytime someone's performing, I'm looking because like Blink 182 is going on tour.
Okay.
So they have a couple LA shows and a San Diego show, and there's like 2 days where there's no shows. So I'm like, I'm kind of hoping they're gonna sneak in a IE show real quick. Like, hey,
I would love to see it.
We're gonna do Ontario real quick. Like, you kind of look for that. It's just the smaller venues are more intimate.
Yeah.
You know, I like those. I strive for those.
I hate big venues.
Really?
Yeah, I hate going to big venues.
The sound just echoes out.
The sound echoes out. I don't feel immersed.
Yeah.
Like it's still cool, but I almost feel like I'm there like listening instead of watching, if that makes sense.
No, for sure.
Versus, if you're like at the Roxy or something, I'm like, I could slap Joe Budden right now on the stage. Like I think in the back of my head, these dark thoughts, like, man, Mac Miller's one punch away. I can jump on that stage.
Throw my cup at him real quick.
It's like so close.
It's true.
Yeah, and you can even see their nuanced expressions in the details of the show.
You can feel the energy.
You could feel how he feels, versus when you're on the second balcony deck or whatever, it's still dope, but
it's different.
For rap, I need to be closer. R&B, I can float up pretty high and be cool, but
that's different. It's a vibe.
Yeah, that's when I'm more cool for the ambience. But I'm gonna play this this last joint, man.
Oh, which one is it? This is the one.
It's the one.
You end it with this one, huh?
Yeah, I love this song.
Yeah. Said honestly, I'm just a piece of shit. That's why I'm surprised as fuck these girls still want a piece of this. Yeah, please don't ever ask me who I'm sleeping with. It might be someone you know, so I'll
Probably had to plead the fifth.
Or even worse, it might be someone you're related to. And if the tables were turned, then I probably would be hating too. Well, not really, cause on the real, man, I could care less. How would you feel your girl cheated 2 months after your brother's death? So don't ask me why I'm always drunk, or why I'm never around, why I don't say enough. She's lucky I didn't wild out on some crazy stuff. You know, do some 1997 Slim Shady stuff. Like grab that bitch by her hair, jerk her across the ground, and take her up to the highest diving board and toss her down. Sorry coach, it's too late to tell me stop. Well, I drop this bitch face first and watch her belly flop. And as the world turns,
That was a crazy time in my life.
It made great music.
Cause like everything I said on that verse was straight like facts.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't show up anywhere sober.
Man.
Like it was that strange part of my life where I'm like I had to go through what I had to go through to get to where I'm at now.
Yeah.
You know?
What I want to know is, so this is almost a stigma around artists who kind of wear their heart on their sleeve musically. Your listenership, your fan base become a fan of this guy who's going through things, not a fan of this guy who's happy.
Yeah.
Which means the next release you have, they're like, man, I can't wait to hear what he's going through next.
Yeah.
And you're like, I ain't going through nothing crazy right now. You know, like,
I peaked on my depression. I'm sorry. I'll see you motherfuckers later.
Yeah, you're like, I'm no longer in my prime depression. What do I do now? Do you ever think about that?
No, because I feel like what you get from me is where I'm at, like I said before. But at the same time, like with like the band stuff, like I feel like there's different how do I say it? Audience. Mm-hmm. There's different audience to entertain to. You know what I'm saying? So that depressed rap, there's those people, but then there's the people that love to party. You know what I'm saying? And then there's people that I go my band shit. Like I feel like we're working on a new project, and I'm like, I don't really want to go too lyrical. Like I want you guys to showcase. Because we do a lot of brewery shows, and it's like a lot of these guys there aren't really there to listen to you spaz out. You know? They're just there to like hear people like play guitar and do drums, and like they're having a beer. It's background music. Yeah. So I'm like, let's cater to that audience. Let's have fun. Let's do some NERD shit. Let's do some Beastie Boys shit. Let's do some Raid shit. Where I'm not like telling a story, but I'm kind of telling a story. Yeah. You know, like one of the songs we're trying to put out, it's called Lovey Dovey. And it's just about a girl who goes out to have fun. Like it's just like real simple. Like the sun's down, so she out to play. Her friends know what she about to say. Let's hit the town and go make some waves and have the boys about drinks a day. Now she in line for the bathroom. Friends all in a bad mood. She's drinking like she in Cancun. They say stop. She don't plan to. She's drunk as fuck, acting mad rude. Talk about getting tattoos. And and it's just like, it's just fun shit. It's not like I'm telling you, my depressed side, but at the same time, it's like I'm still telling you a story, but it's just groovy. So it's like I'm kind of curious to see how people are gonna react to like me and Bliss's album. Yeah, because you heard a couple of joints.
Yeah, I did.
It's different. It's not Gusto shit.
Some pieces.
There's some pieces. There's some pieces, but it's not like not depressing, but like because I feel like I'm okay where I'm at to be vulnerable. Yeah, I'm okay where I'm at as an individual to express how I feel, and just like people are gonna take what they're gonna take from it anyways. Yeah, you have no control over that. As an artist, what you put out, it's not yours no more. Yeah, once you put it out to the world, they're gonna take it and tear it apart, and we even do that. Yeah, we hear tracks, so we're like, yo, I want to sample this. Yeah, like that track you showed me with the girls, like, oh yeah, I can see you flipping that. Yeah, once it's out, it's not ours no more. Yeah, so it's like I'm kind of curious to see the reaction, but at the same time, I'm like, it's not mine. Once I release it to the streaming, it's yours. Yeah, But I'm looking forward to performing it.
I'm looking forward to seeing it, man.
I feel like the pieces we have for that project with me and Bliss, I feel like it's good performance pieces, and with the band stuff, it's good performance pieces. I'm just ready to have fun again.
Okay.
COVID's over.
Can I play a snippet of a new song?
Yeah, if you want. Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna close it out with this. This is For the Record. You have been sitting with Gusto Kalel here. It's been beautiful, and he's gonna find a way to give you guys access to that music you didn't hear.
Yeah. I'll let you know ASAP.
Yeah, let me know.
Yeah.
But for now, I'm gonna press play. I think it was this one. I hope it was.
Yeah, you like this one?
Yeah.
Whew. Whew. This was fun.
Oh yeah, we need a pose for the camera so we can do a thumbnail. Just look at the camera.
Yeah. Stepping out the chaos, find a beauty in this purest form. Coincidentally, that's the same day that my niece is born. My life purpose never been this crystal clear before. Back to playing for the love, no longer keeping score. Starve the ego, feed the soul until you see it soar. Never knew divine essence could be this pure. Praying to the God within until you're in the goddess form. Cosmic rays shining brighter from your deepest core. Heavenly vibes guide the ways when you need it more. Truth be told, you never find what you're looking for. Yet it always comes back when it's truly yours. Battling these inner thoughts at times feel like a civil war. It's just the